5 seconds. It gives me immense pleasure to be among you all today on the occasion of the inauguration of a new hospital within the campus of your esteemed college, which is known as Chamrajan Nagar Institute of Medical Science. My heartiest congratulations to you on this momentous occasion. It is indeed a very happy coincidence that the inauguration of the hospital is taking place on the first day of the auspicious Sardiya Navratra. As we all know, the name of this district and your hospital evoke the tradition of worshipping Chamraj Swami and also the memory of the Vudyar kings who were named Chamraja. This region has been fortunate to have had a line of kings who were ahead of the times in thought and action. Maharaja Chamrajendra Wodeyar was a reformer who established Kannada medium school for girls in Mysore as early as 1881. He was also instrumental in Swami Vivekananda attending the Parliament of Religions and Chicago. The legacy of progressive contribution was taken forward by Maharaja Jayachamraja Wodeyar, who was the first ruler of a princely state to sign the Instrument of Accession after independence. I like to describe him as a monarch democrat. He blended the rich tradition of Mysore with the best of Western civilization. He promoted arts and culture. He enriched Kannada language and literature. He provided strong support to entrepreneurship and industry due to popular demand. He was appointed as governor of the newly formed state of Mysore, which was later on renamed as Karnataka. I have spoken about the contribution of the Wodeyar kings with a view to making the young students aware of the ideal of service to humanity followed by those kings as medical students and later in life as health care providers. You must work with the spirit of service and compassion demonstrated by the noble king of Mysore. My dear students, I am happy to know that CIMS is breaking new ground of learning as the first medical college in Chamrajnagar district. I have also been told that in this institute about 750 students are being trained as doctors, while about 100 students are receiving education in nursing. The students have come here from all parts of the country, from as far as Jammu and Kashmir in the north and also from Assam in the northeast, besides the nearby states in the south. That makes this teaching hospital a perfect example of unity in diversity and looks like a mini India. It makes me very happy to note that out of 750 medical students, about 300 are women, which is nearly 50%, while about 60% of the nursing students are women. Indeed, the daughter of our country are taking great strides. This reflects a progressive India marching ahead in the 21st century. I am happy to learn that the CIMS was ranked third for the successful implementation of the Ayushman Bharat Arogya Karnataka scheme in 2020-21. I have a suggestion to make. I am told that the area around the CIMS is densely forested and many of the people living in it are from scheduled castes and scheduled tribes. With the goal of providing universal health care for all, I urge the administration of CIMS and the state government of Karnataka to take steps to make affordable health care available to our immediate neighbors. This will be in tune with the true aim of the expansion of medical services in the country. The Government of India has already increased the number of the aims from 6 to 22. It is also opening new medical colleges in every district to improve the health infrastructure in the entire country. As new postgraduate colleges are coming up, the existing postgraduate institutes are also encouraged to become centers of excellence. But the infrastructure cannot serve its purpose without human resources. All technology will be useless if we do not have a robust delivery mechanism. We need to take our health services to the remotest concerns of our country. We can hope to build an Atmanirbhar Bharat only when our technology, human resources, and the access to both come together.